Well, hey there, everyone. I am here, your resident author, Tracy Lydia Garner, talking about some more writing tips for the tip of the week. And today, I want to talk about something really important, something called fear, okay? Everybody has fear. It's just a part of our lives, but I want you to get rid of it. I seriously do. I want you to get rid of your fear about your writing and about how good or how bad or how mediocre you think it is. There is an event coming up on Valentine's Day, February 14th, which is Monday. It's a pitch fest for Harlequin writers, people that want to try to get a book deal. You have this thing called a pitch fest, and what that will do is that will let you write the gist of your book in 128, I think it's still 128 characters. You'll need to find that out, and you'll need to practice and try to sell your book or your idea of a book to the Harlequin publishing house. And so the reason why I want to talk about fear is because I know for myself, and I know for so many writers and aspiring writers and authors who have a constant need to pitch but are not following through. So that is really important. Why pitch if you're not going to follow through? I don't understand. And I'm guilty of this. There is something about the thrill of pitching your book to someone and trying to have them excited to practice live to see if you're going to be able to get them to ask for the full manuscript. Let me tell you something. They're going to ask for the full manuscript. And most of the time, most people are not ready. So I would caution you to, think about that before you actually pitch. What if they say, yes, send me the whole thing? And you're like, what? Okay. And so then you got to go and get ready, and the book is not ready. Sometimes they want to know that too. Is the book ready? And they honestly, even though they won't say this to you verbally, they're saying, why are you wasting my time if the book is not ready? So I have wasted a lot of people's time just trying to motivate myself and make myself feel good. Like I'm going to pitch. And all the pitches have gone well at these last few conferences, probably 3 or 4 over the last 2 years. And this is since the pandemic. And even before that, when I was at live conferences, I would sign up to do a pitch to talk about my book, and they would be like, okay, where's the whole thing? And so it's just don't do that. That's the main thing. If you are scared, then finish the book and get beta readers, get some people to critique it, tell them that you need serious and honest and candid feedback, and get them to read it. You have to get it done to get them to read it and help them, ask them to help you fix it. I mean, that is the bottom line. You aren't finishing and then you're not getting any feedback. And so why? Why don't you take the time to finish your work before you start pitching? Pitching is so fun. It's a little bit exhilarating, but it's kind of like a chronic thing when people apply for a lot of jobs. Like I know some people like that in my own family who are just applying just to see what people are offering. They have no intention of leaving their current position because everything is pretty great. They know the devils that are already there. They're getting along fine. The money is right, but they just keep trying to see if I still got it. Okay. And that is just a waste of people's time. Now, a couple things about pitching. You need to practice. You need to get in front of a mirror and you need to talk and you need to tell the story. A story pitch is just almost like an elevator speech. An elevator message. What is the story about? Who are the main characters? What's the hook? What is the conflict? And what are the main character goals, motivations? That's what people want to know. That's what an editor or agent wants to know about the book. Why am I invested? Are there any, sometimes they'll ask about side stories or what's happening with other characters. Who are the supporting characters? And those things are somewhat important, but you need to have down what the main parts of the story are about. The other thing that I know people do, because I've worked with people on pitching to build confidence and to also get some feedback, and that is you need to not talk so much. You kind of go on and on about your story. And if you find yourself saying, and then what happened, and then this happened, and then that happened, and then this happened. Oh, and I forgot this happens too. And then people are kind of like, what kind of story is this? So you kind of rent around the main gist of the story, giving extraneous details that really muddle the pitch and make it hard to understand and follow along. Okay, so those are today's tips. Get a concise pitch. On Monday, you can find it just by either Googling Pitch Fest. I'll try to leave a link somewhere here in this story. And then you also can, just Google and find it on there. You can also go to the Harlequin website, but be ready. Is the story ready? Is the story done? Do you have feedback on the story? The editors and agents, this is not the time to get the feedback on the story. They want a solid story that's done. If they have editorial notes, of course, but the story and the main gist and a good storyline and a good hook and an inciting incident, that all has to be there already. They don't have time to work with you to tweak the story and to get it right. It should at least be pretty solid when you go. So stop pitching if you're not ready, and then pitch if you are ready, or if the book is about 75% done, I would also say, then you can also go ahead and pitch. If you feel you can get it done, at least in the next 2 weeks. When people say, send me something, I think you need to send it right away. But I would give you even up to 2 weeks. And I think other people will be forgiving up to 2 weeks. But after that, it's like an invitation that you never RSVP'd to, and it is too late for you to show up at the party when you haven't RSVP'd. Okay? So go do it. I look forward to hearing about who gets a book deal, because you can do it. You can do it in a Pitch Fest. And the other thing I like about the Pitch Fest is that it's just the story. They don't know you. They don't get to see your physical appearance. They may go check you out, go check out your website and other things that are on your profile and stuff like that. But for the most part, the story has to stand on its own, and it has to be solid. And, you cannot fake talent. There are not other things, extraneous things that are going to help you. And that's kind of a good thing, because I use a wheelchair. When I won the writing contest that I won 20 plus years ago, I really maintained the fact that the story was all they had to judge me on. There was nothing else. Either the story stood and it was good and I won, or the story didn't and it fell apart. And that had nothing to do with my physical appearance, nothing to do with my disability. There weren't other things that they could use against me to detract from real talent, And I'm not saying that. I'm saying that obviously it was good and all these other things didn't matter. They could not judge me on that. And that was a very good thing. So if you do not appear well sometimes, or if you have other issues such as speech impediments, stuttering, getting flustered, hives, I don't know, sudden onset, something, I don't know, a tick, then, pitching on these platforms is going to be better for you. You're going to do better, you're going to fare better, and all that judgment can be checked at the door. And all they have is what's on paper to judge you by. So that can be really exciting. You can use that to your advantage, and you should. Alrighty, I'll see you next time. Enjoy and have a good day. Bye.